What if the reason your energy is fading, your legs feel heavy, and your intimacy is slipping away? Has nothing to do with age and everything to do with what's on your breakfast plate? Most men over 60 think their body's decline is simply part of the aging process. They blame the passing years for the sluggishness, the numbness, the fading spark. But what if I told you that your body isn't giving up on you, it's starving? That every morning, in that quiet hour after you wake, your body is crying out for support. And what you feed it, especially during that window, can either revive your circulation or slowly shut it down. I'm Dr. Evelyn Hart, and I've spent over 3 decades working with senior men who thought their strength and confidence were gone for good. What we discovered changed everything. The truth is, your groin, your legs, your blood vessels, they're still listening, still willing to respond. But only if you stop skipping breakfast or filling it with empty carbs and sugar. You need specific nutrients that target male circulation, support your pelvic muscles, and fuel your nervous system. This is elderly wisdom, not old wives' tales. Real, science-backed insights into how the body of a man over 60 works and what it craves. And the first answer: it might already be sitting quietly in your fridge. Plain yogurt. Not flavored, not packed with sugar. Just simple, pure, plain yogurt. It's a gentle powerhouse filled with probiotics, protein, and calcium, all crucial to keeping the arteries open and the pelvic floor muscles strong. That means better control, stronger balance, and yes, more natural confidence in the most personal parts of life. Probiotics calm inflammation, protecting delicate vessels from damage. Protein builds muscle, especially the deep ones that matter most for blood flow and mobility. And calcium keeps those muscles responsive. I remember a man named Alan, 66, who came to me embarrassed that he hadn't felt much down there in months. No sensation, no morning response. I told him to start each day with plain yogurt, maybe a drizzle of honey. 3 weeks later, he called me. "Dr. Hart," he said, his voice cracking with disbelief, "I woke up feeling like I was 20 years younger." This is healthy aging, not through pills, but through smarter, more intentional nutrition. This is senior men's circulation. Support at its most natural. And it's only the beginning. Let's keep going. Because what you eat next might just clean out your arteries in ways no medication ever could. Forget expensive supplements or risky procedures. What if a single bowl of breakfast could begin unclogging your arteries and energizing your lower body in just days? After decades of working with men over 60, one pattern keeps repeating. Breakfast is either skipped entirely or replaced with sugary cereal, pastries, or just coffee. But here's what most people don't realize: the first hour after waking is when your body is most ready to heal. Your arteries are most responsive, your blood vessels most open to guidance. That's when you have a window to either fuel restoration or allow decline to continue. Enter quinoa with almonds. This isn't trendy health food nonsense. This is targeted elderly nutrition advice. Quinoa is rich in magnesium and fiber too. Essential nutrients that relax the blood vessels and boost circulation. It's warm, gentle on the stomach. And it gives your cardiovascular system exactly what it's missing after a night of fasting. Then there are almonds. Packed with healthy fats, vitamin E, and antioxidants, they act like a natural balm for your arteries. They reduce inflammation, support hormonal balance, and encourage smoother, stronger blood flow where you need it most. And together they don't just help your heart, they specifically target circulation in your groin, your pelvic muscles, and your lower limbs. I had a patient named Charles, 69, recently retired. He said he felt like his body had shut down. He struggled with stairs, felt constant tightness in his legs, and his confidence in the bedroom was fading. I told him, replace your sugary cereal with quinoa, almonds, a few blueberries, and a pinch of cinnamon. 2 weeks later, he walked into my office with a bounce in his step. "I sleep better, I feel lighter, and honestly," he paused with a smile, "things are waking up again." That's the power of real, focused senior blood flow diet. This isn't about food trends or miracle cures. This is about honoring the wisdom of your body and giving it what it needs to function like it used to. Because when you eat purposefully, circulation improves. Pelvic strength returns, energy rises. And yes, intimacy feels possible again, not forced or artificial but natural. But we're not done yet. There's one fruit that acts like nature's own version of Viagra, without the side effects or shame. And most men never think to eat it in the morning. Let's talk about it next. Most men over 60 have this fruit in their kitchen. But they have no idea it can work like natural Viagra if eaten at the right time. Let's get straight to it. Pomegranate is not just a fancy fruit for holiday tables. It's one of nature's most powerful allies for men's circulation, especially below the waist. Packed with polyphenols, potent antioxidants that stimulate nitric oxide production, pomegranate helps relax blood vessels and increase blood flow where it matters most. Nitric oxide is the same molecule targeted by many popular erectile dysfunction medications. But here's the difference. Instead of forcing a reaction through a pill, you're supporting your body's natural circulation system. No side effects, no artificial stimulation. Just food working in harmony with your biology. When eaten first thing in the morning before your main meal, pomegranate helps awaken the lower body, blood vessels open, nerve signals strengthen, and men begin to notice subtle yet powerful shifts, warmth, sensitivity, and that feeling of being alive again. I remember a patient named Marcus, 63. He laughed when I suggested pomegranate. "Doc," he said, "that's what my wife puts in salads." But he gave it a shot. A small glass of pure pomegranate juice on an empty stomach each morning. 2 weeks later, he called me and said, "I don't know if it's the fruit or just finally eating breakfast, but something's working." It wasn't just imagination. It was real blood flow. It was elderly wisdom in action, using the rhythm of morning nutrition to restore confidence and vitality. For best results, go for fresh pomegranate seeds or unsweetened juice. No added sugars, no artificial flavors. A handful of seeds or a small glass is all it takes. This is Men's Health Over 60 done right. You're not just managing symptoms, you're restoring function. You're choosing foods that heal, not just fill. And if you're serious about building on that momentum, there's one more morning food that brings balance to your entire nervous and muscular system. It's creamy, unassuming, but when paired correctly, it becomes one of the most potent tools for boosting circulation in seniors. Let's keep going. You've likely eaten this creamy green fruit before, but did you know it can reduce numbness, relieve groin pressure, and restore nerve function in just a few days? Let's talk about avocado. Yes, that soft, buttery fruit many dismiss as a millennial trend. But for men over 60, when paired with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, it becomes a powerful circulatory stabilizer, especially when eaten within the first hour of waking. Why? Because after a long night of fasting, your body, especially your muscles and nerves below the waist, is running on empty. Your blood vessels need anti-inflammatory support. Your nerves need nutrients. And your pelvic region needs real energy to regain function. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats that help keep arteries soft and responsive. They're also packed with potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and reduce cramping, two common complaints among older men with poor circulation. But the real magic happens when you add olive oil, a golden elixir full of antioxidants and polyphenols. It reduces internal inflammation and supports smoother nerve signals. For men experiencing numbness, groin tightness, or heaviness in the legs, this combination can feel like flipping a switch. I remember a man named Samuel, 72. He told me he woke up each day with stiff legs and a dull, heavy ache in his lower abdomen. He leaned on furniture just to get out of bed. Medications hadn't helped much. I asked him to try something simple, half an avocado, mashed with olive oil, and a glass of warm water before any coffee or toast. 3 days later, he called. "Dr. Hart," he said, "I'm walking straighter. My legs feel lighter. I'm not leaning anymore." That's not coincidence. That's the body responding to real, targeted nourishment, the kind of morning foods seniors often overlook. This is why healthy aging men must stop underestimating their breakfast. It's not just about calories or full stomachs. It's about nutrients that restore circulation, nerve health, and muscular stability. This is elderly wisdom in every bite. Food that supports blood flow without medication. Nutrition that strengthens function, not just masks symptoms. And if you think we're done, we're not. Because there's one final fruit, small, dark, and often ignored, that quietly rebuilds strength from the inside out. And it might be the missing piece in your morning transformation. Let's finish strong. They may be tiny, but these dark berries hold the power to restore strength, sensitivity, and stamina where you thought it was gone for good. If you've come this far, it means you're ready not just to learn, but to act. And that's important, because the final food in this powerful morning routine might be the most underestimated of them all. Blackberries, small, tart, and rich in deep purple color. These berries are loaded with anthocyanins, natural antioxidants that specifically target the health of your arteries and muscles. For men over 60, this means increased elasticity in blood vessels, reduced inflammation, and stronger, more responsive tissue, especially below the waist. But that's not all. Blackberries also deliver vitamin C and fiber, helping reduce oxidative stress and improving the health of the pelvic floor muscles, those same muscles responsible for balance, bladder control, and yes, sexual function. It's no wonder I consider them a cornerstone of a proper senior blood flow diet. I'll never forget my patient Ron, 66, who had long accepted that his energy was simply declining. He'd given up on morning walks, felt distant from his partner, and assumed this was just how life would be. I encouraged him to start adding blackberries to his yogurt each morning. A handful fresh or frozen every day. Within a week, he called. "Doc," he said, "I feel sharper. Not just mentally, but physically. It's like something turned back on." He wasn't imagining it. When circulation improves, everything changes. Your muscles respond faster. Your steps feel lighter. Your nerves send clearer signals. This is how boosting circulation in seniors really works, not through shortcuts, but through intentional, nourishing action. So now you have the knowledge. 5 powerful morning foods: plain yogurt, quinoa with almonds, pomegranate, avocado with olive oil, blackberries. Each one supports men's health over 60 in a specific, targeted way. They aren't trendy or expensive. They're humble, accessible, and incredibly effective when used at the right time, within the first hour of waking, because that window when your body is open and hungry for healing is sacred. That's when elderly wisdom comes alive. That's when you take back control from the narrative that says, "It's too late. So don't wait. Start tomorrow." One food, one step. One choice towards strength, confidence, and vitality. Your blood flow, your balance, your energy, they're still within reach. But they need you to show up. And if this message has resonated with you, if you believe that change is still possible, then share it like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell so you never miss another real solution tailored for men over 60, and share this video with someone who needs hope, not hype, because your next act begins tomorrow morning. And it starts with what you choose to eat. Aging doesn't take your strength, it only takes what you stop fighting for. By now, you've seen the path forward. And it doesn't involve complicated routines or costly treatments. It begins with something simple, sacred, and entirely within your control. Your morning. For too long, men have been told that decline is inevitable. That loss of intimacy, energy, and mobility are the price of growing older. But what I've seen in my decades as a urologist tells a different story. I've watched men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s reclaim their spark. Not through miracle pills, but through quiet, consistent choices made at dawn. This is the heart of elderly wisdom. Not resisting age, but respecting it. Listening to what your body needs, and responding with care. Every bite you take in the morning sends a message. It tells your blood vessels whether to stay tight or open up. It tells your muscles whether to stay weak or rebuild. It tells your nervous system whether to retreat or reawaken. These 5 foods: plain yogurt, quinoa with almonds, pomegranate, avocado with olive oil, and blackberries, aren't just nutrition. They're signals. Signals that say, you're not done yet. You're not invisible. You're still in the game. This is your moment to shift from passive aging to healthy aging. From coasting to leading, from surviving to thriving. So here's what I want you to do. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for the next doctor's appointment or for things to get worse. Start tomorrow morning. Choose one of these foods. Eat it slowly, mindfully, with purpose. Let your first hour of the day become your new foundation. And if you felt seen in this message, if something inside you stirred, then take a second to like this video. It tells us this content matters. Subscribe to the channel for more wisdom, made for real men like you. Turn on notifications so you never miss another guide designed to help you feel stronger, sharper, and more alive. And share this with someone you care about, because you never know who else is silently struggling, waiting for something real. The quiet revolution begins at your breakfast table. And you, my friend, are still writing the story. Make the next chapter count.